Hey guys, what's up? Daniel here. Today we're taking a look at the iPhone 10 in the silver color, and you can see the box right there. It's very simple, straightforward, and slightly futuristic, and looks pretty neat. But there is the box, and I got the 64GB version in the silver color for me, so this is the phone I'll be using. And I mainly went with the 64GB because I pay for iCloud storage, so I store basically almost everything in iCloud. And I wasn't gonna pay an extra, like $100 for the storage when this phone's already like $1,050 with tax here in the States. So I opted for this, and yeah, let's go ahead and open this right up. We're of course gonna get welcomed here by the "Designed by Apple in California" writing there, and of course we're gonna get the little pamphlet, stickers, and nothing special. So everything you're gonna get here is the same that you get in the iPhone 8 and iPhone 8 Plus and iPhone 7, iPhone 6s, etc., etc. Of course, here we have that silver color, which is like a white color. Unfortunately, it looks like it is the exact same color that we saw last month with the iPhone 8. And you can see it there. It's like slightly cloudy, slightly dark, and only really looks bright white in nice bright sunlight or lighting. But yeah, let's go ahead and fold that back here so that we can keep it stored nicely. And never mind, because that's not perfect. Let me make sure that's good. Okay, good enough. And now moving on, we of course are going to get the ear pods, which again, nothing special. We have the adapter here from the Lightning to 3.5mm headphone jack in case you want to use headphones. Of course, we have the Lightning cable and the power brick. Nothing special. This phone, as well as the iPhone 8, support fast charging, but you actually have to get a special power brick, one's from the MacBooks, and then also get a Lightning to USB-C cable, and that will fast charge your device like 50% in 30 minutes, something like that. But it doesn't come included, and that's like an extra, what, $50, $60. So yeah, I'm not gonna bother with that. And of course, this does have wireless charging, but let's go ahead and boot this guy up. Now, right off the bat, the first thing that you're gonna feel with this phone is it's a little bit wider than the average iPhone and the phones out there right now. So here we have the S8, which is a very thin and tall phone, and this is a slightly less tall phone, but a little bit slightly wider, and you can really feel that. And you can maybe see it if I put it one on top of the other. It's the tiniest bit right there, and it's not visually noticeable, but definitely more noticeable when you're actually holding it in your hand. It doesn't make it uncomfortable. You can just feel that it has a larger presence, kind of similar to the iPhone 8 Plus. Of course, nowhere near as big and more, screen to bezel ratio. So I definitely, would still go over this, over the 8 Plus 1,000 times. I just hate the 8 Plus's size, how big it is, and how much bezel it has compared to, the S8 or even the normal iPhone 8 or iPhone 7. So here we have the boot up screen. You can see how it looks there. You can see the bar up top, and yeah, not a huge fan of that bar. I know people say they get used to it. I can guarantee I'll never get used to having a bar there, and we shouldn't, because the next phone won't have that bar most likely. So that's that. I'm gonna go ahead and go through the setup process real quick so that we can get this set up, and then show you guys how it looks with iOS 11. Now, before we continue, one thing I noticed here real quick is that the UI here has like a fake bezel at the bottom, so that it brings the keyboard up a little bit more so that it's easier to type, so that you don't have to go down. And it makes a lot of sense. Doesn't look that great, but it makes sense. I'm guessing that in other apps you'll have other things here that will serve for some things that developers can use. With that said, let's go ahead and set up Face ID right here. Continue. How to set up Face ID. First, position your face in the camera frame, then move your head in a circle to show all angles of your face. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm gonna go ahead and do it real quick. I can't do it in camera. You can see there I can't get it there, but I'll do it real quick here behind the camera. See how fast it is, and it's already done. Face ID scan complete, and that was it. Lighting's not that great on my face, all the lighting's here, so we'll see how that ends up working. I'll probably, oh wait, reposition your face within frame. Your face is out of view. So real quick, I gotta do it again, I guess. I don't know why. Oh, that was the second Face ID. So you do it twice and then it's set up. Then we're good to go. Now you create a passcode. I always switch to the 4-digit one just because I hate using the longer ones. It just takes too long. You know, 4 digits already difficult enough to guess by anyone. And yeah, no need for the longer one unless you have some important info on your phone. I'm going to go ahead and restore from iCloud backup. Just set up my phone right away, so it's going to take some time. And here, just to show you guys real quick, this does have True Tone display, which is what we got on the iPad and also on the iPhone 8. You can see the difference right there when I tap. Right here, it's matched more to the lighting in the room, and then if I click on this, you can see it's a little bit whiter and doesn't really match the overall tone of the lighting. So pretty neat feature, and it's included in this one as well, of course, because it's pretty much an iPhone 8 with just some extra features on top. And now it's restoring from iCloud, and I wait for an eternity while this gets set up, and I'll come back after it does. All right, so we're done with the setup, and here we have this kind of menu where it shows you some of the new gestures they added to replace the home button. So of course you swipe up from the bottom to go home, you switch between apps by stopping halfway, and you can quickly access the control center and notification center on both of the edges here, which is pretty neat. And last but not least, there's a couple of toggles here with the switch or the lock button. You can tap and hold it for a couple seconds to talk to Siri, and you can also tap and hold for a long time to turn the phone off, you know, to get the usual thing to turn the phone off. And then if you quick press it, of course, you're going to lock it. So 3 different actions with that button. Let's swipe up, and here we have the home menu. Of course, it's loading all my apps, and you can see how it looks there. The dock looks very simple. You can't use it in landscape mode on this one. And you know, it doesn't really matter they got rid of that. I don't think many people actually even use that ever. It more or less was accidentally triggered. So good thing that they got rid of that. And you can see how it looks there. Just a beautiful display. We can drag down here. We can bring the brightness up and down. Let's put it there. And notification center definitely, or I mean, control center looks better here than it does. I mean, it just makes more sense the way it's laid out here towards the top, and that it comes out from there. And then here, of course, we have our lock screen, and you can see there it's unlocked because it recognized my face. Yeah, here we have the flashlight, which uses 3D touch. You don't just tap it. You have to actually press down hard, and it turns on the flashlight, which is actually really cool, and it feels great. You know, it kind of feels like you're toggling a switch. And we have the camera, which you do the same thing. And there you go. Now, of course, this does have the new features with portrait mode, and it also has that feature on the front-facing camera, which the 8 Plus actually doesn't have. And we drag down, and of course, we went back there. Now we drag up, and here we are. And of course, it's going to begin asking me for all my passwords and everything. But yeah, guys, you can see the iPhone there. This was just a quick unboxing and quick look at the silver color here. And you can see it there. This is the one I'm sticking with just because for so many years I've said I want Apple to release one with a silver back and a black front, which kind of they did. I mean, it's not really silver, but it passes in my book. I kind of wish that these sides here would have been darker. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of this. I wasn't a fan of it on the S8 either. I just feel like they scratch up very easily, and you can see the scratches. But yeah, I think it looks very nice. I mean, this camera here and kind of looks just like the dummy phone we tried out a couple months ago. I mean, of course, it's $1,000, so you really got to think it through before you get it. Is a phone worth $1,000? In my opinion, no. You shouldn't spend $1,000 on the phone. Of course, if you can get it through a carrier and do like monthly payments and upgrade every year, or you have the iPhone upgrade program already, definitely worth upgrading. But if you're thinking about spending $1,000, $1,200, $1,300 on this phone outright, highly recommend you don't do that. The iPhone 7, the iPhone 8, they're all capable phones, much cheaper and better bang for your buck, as well as, you know, the S8, the Pixel 2. HTC's got a new one. I mean, there's a lot of phones out there that will meet what you're looking for if you look correctly and decide on one. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below in the comments, or at me on Twitter at RMRDNL or at DarkGadgets, and I'll get back to you there as soon as I can. And of course, on Snapchat too, you can follow me there and ask me anything there as well. But yeah, guys, that's it for this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.